Hi, this is Eddie. I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions. This is not an AI generated video. This one is for Virtual Job Africa. Question number one. Can you introduce yourself and share your background in English tutoring or teaching? Yes, I've been working as an English teacher for over 10 years. Well, my name is Eddie. I'm 37 years old and I love teaching. It really is my passion. I've worked for over 10 years with people of all ages. I've worked with kids, I've worked with adults, and I just love teaching. I've worked both online and offline. I've worked for universities, two universities. I've worked for many different institutions from different countries. So, yeah, I just think it's such a great job. You get to share knowledge with people from different countries and cultures. So, yeah, I do have a lot of experience. I also like to use some effects like this, to play what's this? This is cheese. This is orange juice, right? If you want to teach kids, you can use this, right? Let's see. Question number two. How do you assess a student's current level of English and tailor lessons to meet their needs? Really, every student is different, and I really need to assess every different student. When it's a one on one class, I always start with conversation, just asking them their name, asking them, about themselves. Tell me about your job, your likes, what was your day like, what did you do yesterday, and such, so I can assess their level of English through their answers, right? I'm really used to this, figuring out their level right there in the spot. When it's a group class, you need to have them right in the chat room and they need to do a lot of participation. And it's harder to assess a group, like to get like an average level. So, yeah, that's really what I do. There's a lot of techniques that can be applied, just by listening to the answers and asking the right questions, like scaffolding, right? Starting with simpler questions and then starting to have harder questions. Then you can see, depending on their answers, you can grasp, like, you can get an idea of their level of English. What methods or tools do you use to make online English lessons engaging and interactive? If it's with kids, I like to use these masks and effects, right? Look, I'm a dinosaur, and I go like, hey, who's this? Maybe they know, right? Who's this? Yes, this is the Hulk. And I try to like get them excited by showing them characters that they can recognize. That's what I do with kids. With adults, I just try to talk about their careers and about their likes, have them have a conversation as fast as they can, and just listen to them. You'd be amazed, but about, with how happy people are when they're being listened to. Okay, I'm running out of time. I'm already 3 minutes in, so I'm going to try to go faster. Can you explain how you teach grammar concepts in a way that is simple and easy for learners to understand? Yes, just with examples. I try to give them an overview of all the tenses that are available, and I do examples for each one. And then we do a lot of exercises, one after the other, so you can detect the patterns, right? How do you help students to improve their spoken English, especially pronunciation and fluency? Just by asking them questions, creating a report as fast as I can, and making them speak, having them speak about the topics that they like, and then I could answer them back with questions, with the corrections being made. I could, have them pause when there's a correction that needs to be addressed, or just give them all at the end of the session, right? Can you describe a time when a student struggled to grasp a concept? How did you adapt to your teaching to help them succeed? Well, there's many things. It really depends on the student. You can try relating it to a situation. You can just explain it slowly, right? And have different examples. And it really depends on the student, right? So I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna go faster. Only got 30 seconds left. What platforms do you use? I use Zoom, Meet, Classin. How do you measure students' progress and keep learners motivated? Yeah, I just, typical techniques, measuring, resources, and just, constant feedback. That's it. I don't want to go over the time, so thank you. I hope you can give me an opportunity.